I'm being continually nagged by Moira at the back, who's far more efficient than ever Joseph and myself. That in your packs there are some feedback forms. If you could just spare us a minute or two to fill those in before you leave and do them. It'll be very interesting to see what your thoughts are on today's organisation and to how it's been run, whether you've actually benefited or gained, or it's something that we ought to look to do moving further forward. I know they're a pain in the backside to do, but it would be most grateful if you could actually take the time, fill those in and give us an indication of what you thought. I've also been asked to publicise a meeting that's going to take place at Ludlow Racecourse on the 7th of January next year. This is a meeting being run by ABP and ASDA and their BeefLink group. At lunchtime, I apparently, after some of the presentations this morning that were put forward, there was a concern about some of you guys out there. How do we actually get to speak to the retailers? How do we get to meet the processors? How do we actually progress and move our industry forward where we can't actually get these contacts? Elwyn Puri is in the back row with the light pink sweater. You can tell he works in the meat processing industry because none of us would dare wear a colour like that to a do like this. He has kindly opened up an invitation to anybody here present, anybody else who actually would like to take that opportunity of going to Ludlow Racecourse on the 13th of January, on the 7th of January, to meet and make the acquaintance and see if it's a potential way of developing your links with those and actually growing your businesses and moving it forward. I think today's been fascinating. From when we sat down and tried to conceive the idea and how we actually drew up what we wanted to achieve, we really were concerned that how to engage with the younger people who are about to enter the industry, who are entering the industry, how we're going to drive this industry forward. It's all about looking towards the future. It's all about realising that this is a global industry. I think we've heard from an whole range of speakers at the minute how important agriculture is going to be moving forward. Whether you believe the science or not, it is inevitable that we will have to produce more from less. And to that end, I feel now there's a great time in agriculture, and at the minute we are actually seen as a very sexy industry. Times have changed, because when I was your age, everybody was knocking farming. There was knocking agriculture. There was a complete drain of people with talent and ability and confidence to actually drive it forward who moved away because it wasn't perceived to be the place to be. I can assure you that because I'm one of those missing generation that actually stuck it through. That's why I've got no hair left, because I have to work incredibly hard and I get too stressed by trying to make money from nothing. I think it's crazy the way we go and the way we do, but it's absolutely imperative that we learn some of the key messages from today, that the customers, the consumers, are key to driving our industry forward. We must listen to what they want and what they expect and put ourselves in a position to be able to exploit the opportunities that will arise. I believe there are going to be massive challenges moving forward in competition for land use. We've heard several people already say on this platform the price of land, how much it's increased over time, how much it's likely to increase in the future. And there will also be conflicting and competing elements who want to use the land for different things apart from food production. Therefore, we must position ourselves as an industry in a place to actually take that challenge full on and actually develop a livestock sector that can be competitive with these other land uses. There will be massive impact from climate change and carbon footprint and how we drive it forward. We must improve the technical excellence of livestock farming. It's imperative that we do this. We must use modern techniques to actually measure things. If we don't measure things, how can you possibly manage it? It's very interesting to see Crosby and the slides and the things that he does and the amount of detail he puts into recording his farm business. But at least that puts him in a position to be able to react to those decisions and those things and try to move it forward. It's very interesting to hear John moving about the impact of animal health has and on the impact of production. And it's the message there, it's far better to be preventative rather than a fire brigade. It's far better to have flock and herd health plans that can actually sit down with your vet to discuss it and tackle those problems that are likely to arise before they actually do. That can help you both financially and on a performance way. Today, I think I've heard already said there's a lot of questions been raised and very few answers provided. But that's the whole idea. We're not here as speakers, as organisations, of people who try to drive the industry forward to provide the answers. I see that as the role of the audience here today. You go away from here thinking that we are part of a vibrant, modern, progressive agricultural industry and actually take some of the challenges that have been thrown down to you and find the solutions and find the answers. And I think you'll all be in a far better place if you actually do that. And the final one I'd like to make is attitude. Attitude is important in everything you do in life. I believe strongly, and everybody who's ever done anything in life has a can-do attitude. And I would say it is, if it is to be, it's up to me, drives that thought more. Therefore, I think we all have to work incredibly hard to move agriculture forward. Finally, I'd just like to thank the sponsors, Eblex, who have contributed with financial footing to today, the National Federation of Young Farmers Clubs, who have contributed it, organising it, helping us and bringing this together. And I'd particularly like to thank the staff of the NFU, Joseph, Peter who's had to leave, Moira at the back, all the technical whiskies and everything doing that to do. I think the range of speakers that we've had has provided evidence that in agriculture we have people who can cover all the bases. The expertise and help is there to help you grow it and develop and move your business forward. I finally thank all the speakers for their time and effort in preparing what were very interesting and informative thoughts. I'd like to thank you all for coming and making the day so successful and enjoyable. I wish you all a safe journey home and hope you've learned something from today's proceedings. Thank you very much.